Pull up on your chick now, you can't hang. We got the whole gang. When we pull up on your block, it's amazing.
Yeah, it's amazing, girl. What you saying? I remember back when I was packing in the basement.
Welcome.
Turn your sound off on your phone again, mate.
What?
Put your phone on silent.
My phone's always on silent, unless I didn't put it on silent.
True. Welcome to Talk with Yorke.
Hey, how you doing?
What's
Thanks
up?
for having us, bro.
Official, like, fucking.
Yes.
What's going on, guys?
Good.
How you doing?
Pretty good, man.
It's funny how you started a podcast like this, but realistically, we've been chilling for the last
About an hour and a bit.
about an hour actually,
Yeah.
just kicking it
For
out.
about an hour, yeah, but not so good.
Are we gonna run out of shit to talk about? We've already talked about all the good shit.
Yeah.
Oh, that's done. We might as well finish.
Now, thank you guys.
Hey, guys, thank you so much for coming on and Talk with Yorke. Seriously,
All good.
appreciate it. I'm gonna try and get this thing going again and get shit going every week. Hopefully, the whole Corona thing doesn't kick off and.
It's ruined everything.
Dude,
It's ruined so much, man. Like we
Right.
have so many shows coming up, and like it just sucks. But at least it's given us more time to just write, That more like stay at home, just like focus on the music type of. But
yeah. It's because I've been doing I've done like a little bit of work with you in the studio, which has been fucking dope, and
Yeah.
I appreciate the artistry that you bring to the table as well.
Yeah.
You look like you look for that. Not you look like.
You
look like. No, I guess you look for that, don't you? Like, and like you guys do a fair few collabs, and you like to work with other artists and stuff.
Yeah.
And how's Corona affected that? Like just the networking side of things for you guys and collabing. Like,
Pretty bad.
is collabing a big deal for you guys? So,
Yeah, well, pretty bad because we were going to Northern Sound System like a few times a week. Shout out Northern Sound System.
Hey, huge network though.
100%. We were going up there a few times a week and hanging out with pretty much every artist you can think of from Adelaide. And then now it's
like
we haven't
all I've
seen
been
any of
doing
them
is
and
just like focusing on myself at the moment,
Yeah.
But then if there is like collaborations that pop up, at least we got social media,
Yeah.
and so we can still like collaborate and maybe not be in the same studio or anything like that, but you can still like network online, which is a plus. If we didn't have that, then we'd definitely be screwed when it comes to like features. But yeah, it's just like focusing on your craft at this point. I think that's all you can do instead of like actually going out showing your craft. It's just building it up while you're home.
Definitely, and
Yeah.
it's a real test for a lot of artists. It's like, well, how much do you love it?
Yeah.
Are you willing to like stay home and you're not part of the community anymore? It's not. It's not a bit like because so many people I think get into anything, not just music, for community. They want to create new networks and make friends and stuff.
Yeah.
And we were talking earlier about some guys who aren't even doing it anymore because shit drops off and then people just disappear and quit. But I think for you guys, music's a bit more to you than just a bit of fun.
Use it to your advantage. So we've been recording probably more than ever.
Absolutely.
I've got so many songs that are in the make or need to be released now. So, it's given us time for Lambo, which is our latest single that we bring out.
It's almost hit 70,000 as
We
well.
couldn't believe.
Which
That's
is
some great numbers.
And I feel like Corona helped it as well. Because everyone's home and everyone's listening to the song. We've got like other songs that probably just hit like the 50K mark or whatever. And it's because people are actually like going out. They don't really have time to listen to these music. But now since everyone's indoors, they're trying to look for something to do. So they're all listening to the song and our numbers actually went up. So that's actually a good thing with the Corona when it comes to that side of things,
It's not all negative.
Yeah.
And I think for a lot of artists, this could be like I was sort of saying when this stuff was going to kick off, I'm like, this could be like a little renaissance. Like, this could actually like stimulate a whole new like love and appreciation for the arts because so many people were like losing their jobs and like all of a sudden stuck home. And dude, fucking, I feel for those people, especially people living by themselves. Imagine in Melbourne right now, like it's like you can't even go out past 8, family can't see nothing. But I reckon so many people, because I'd go to Derringer's, shout out Derringer's, and they're like, dude, we've been getting pumped with business. Like they're not even, like they're doing better. Like you said, they actually got a boost too. Because I think everyone's getting guitars and...
Yeah, for sure. Learning how to play guitar, learning how to play drums, learning to sing, whatever. Really. So if anything, it's benefited quite a few artists, I'd say. But obviously the show side of things or concerts or performing or anything to do with engaging with people in person is
the final like product of things has just been like on pause at the moment.
and that's what sucked is that just before COVID started we were performing pretty much every single week at pretty big venues and stuff, and loving it.
Yeah.
Our names are getting out there.
Some of the biggest venues in Adelaide.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right,
and we had like our posters all down like Hindley Street and stuff saying, and it was great, like just to walk down and seeing your face, knowing that you got a show coming on the weekend.
Yeah.
But all that stuff.
What does that feel even feeling like? It's always
Can't remember.
going away. I can't remember what that feels like anymore.
It's a great feeling though. Like honestly,
So
you're
good.
walking down, and then there'll be people that kind of recognize you. Like I've seen these posters. You the dude on the poster. You're like, no, I'm not sure, but like I think you should go and check him out.
Yeah.
And then they do check you out, and they actually see it's you, and it's just like, whoa, this is the dude. So it's funny as
That's it. So have you guys got any like we're in SA and we're in Adelaide, and it's probably like it feels like, I guess everyone who's in a good position feels like they're just so lucky.
Yeah.
And I just feel like we're so lucky in Adelaide, like stupidly lucky.
Yeah, everything's felt pretty normal here.
Yeah.
It's actually like one of the best places to be at the moment.
In the world,
Yeah.
almost.
Yeah.
Maybe in the world, I'm not quite sure. But
Definitely in Australia.
It's definitely one of the best cities to be in at the moment.
Yeah.
Because it's safe here as of now. You know what I mean? And you're able to like go out without a mask and still be able to do things. Like yes, you're gonna be careful. You still do a bit of social distancing, and you still like sanitizing hands, right? But like it's not to that like curfews and stuff like that. There's people in like Melbourne, I think it's like 8 o'clock. You need to be back indoors. And it's crazy like that. Yeah.
I wonder what the numbers are in Victoria right now, because it's like they brought it back down to 10 people here or whatever.
Yeah.
Haven't they? It's like you can't have more than 10 people in the house now.
Something like that.
But but we're lucky. It's so spaced out here, dude.
Yeah.
Like we're so I think we are the most spaced out state.
Yeah.
Like we got just regional areas, like just salted all through SA. So like we don't have like such a centralized spot for humans to interact. Like you guys been in Melbourne and shit. Like you know what it's like there. It's just it's just too many people like clustered in together. That if something like this happens, they're fucked.
Yeah.
You know, if it goes wrong, it's just really gonna grab hold.
Yeah, walking down the streets in Melbourne, like on a Wednesday night, it's packed just like it would be on a Saturday night here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So their weekends, it's just like, it's
even
crazy.
in Sydney and Melbourne, like, you go down one of their main streets in the city on a weeknight.
There's population as well.
There's more people out there on a weeknight than there is here on a fucking Saturday.
Yeah, exactly. Dude, like, well, Glenelg is like, I'm from the country, so like, I was always, I guess, had an idea of what the city was like, you know? And Adelaide's not even the city compared to like, you know, those places, but I thought Glenelg, you know, I'm in the big smoke, I'm in Adelaide, I'm a country boy. Glenelg's like the beach spot that everyone goes to. I go out there on a fucking like,
No one there.
there's no one there. Yeah. And I'm like, what's going on? Where is everyone? But I think that's just, like, it's just a smaller place.
I've been told that Adelaide is like the retirement city. So
Yeah.
like when you want to have a break and you're done with people and that, you just go to Adelaide and you relax.
Right.
This is where you spend your final days. And you
Hey, the final
You
days.
just want to look at the sunset.
Get a nice bit of fucking land on the coast, bro, and just
So
literally, there's good beach here, bro.
Oh,
There's good coastland here.
oh, yeah. No, it's definitely got its A's.
But it's our hometown, you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
we love it no matter what, and like
Facts.
always represent it. Like when you tell someone you're from Adelaide, like to me it's a big deal to say where I'm from, because it's just like born and raised in Adelaide. It's a statement where it's like you're actually from Adelaide. You're not like, you didn't grow up in the scene of like the music scenes in Melbourne or Sydney or anything like that. You came in a place where the music scene is small. You know what I mean? So like that's why it's just like, that's why I'm from here, you know? And like it's a name that you're able to portray as an artist and saying this is my place, and actually get people to know Adelaide because of your own music.
And it's like people are scared to rep Adelaide because I think because it doesn't have that global recognition name wise of like Sydney, Melbourne, like people know what that is. Or even you say like Bali, people from America know what Bali is. They know what New Zealand is, but you say Adelaide,
it myself. You say Adelaide. Oh, you're from Adelaide? Okay, whatever. They're not gonna take you serious.
But if everyone started like, if everyone who was from Adelaide actually was repping it instead of being scared to, people would know, because there's some. If Sia, like dude, Sia for fuck's sakes. If she was like repping Adelaide, like she just loved it and didn't give a shit, people would know what fucking Adelaide is about, man. Like they'd get
100%.
it. But she was almost, I think, and I don't know her, but you can almost imagine like she skips Adelaide, like, and she's probably just so massive that it's just business for her at this point. She doesn't really give a fuck. But also, I'm pretty sure I've heard a lot of like, you know, just hearsay about she didn't get heaps of love when she was here and stuff, you know. And the Adelaide scene can be like that too sometimes.
Can be like that.
How do you guys battle through that? Like coming from a smaller scene, you know, like there's not as many opportunities, there's not as many people around you doing it to inspire you. I mean, you come from a musical family, so that would be part of your story.
I've gone through pretty much almost every genre of music you can think of.
Yeah.
Like, you know, since
Can you guys actually just give yourselves like, just introduce yourselves, just for anyone who doesn't yet know who you guys are?
Well,
proper intro, what you do, and just.
I'm Decoda S. I'm a rapper, singer, songwriter.
Yeah.
from Adelaide, South Australia, and that's about it.
But rapper, singer, songwriter, it's interesting because some people might think of that as like, oh, like you sing songwrite, like it's sort of maybe it's like Post Malone or it's like that.
Yeah.
But you go way beyond that as well.
Yeah, well,
what you do.
Well, like I was saying, I've done, pretty much every genre of music that I've wanted to do, and now I've over all these years I've realised who I am as an artist, and that's who I am now.
Great.
But yeah, I've done folk music. I've done acoustic shows. I've been a drummer to pretty much over Australia as a drummer. So it's like, that's why I was going to say about, some people will give you love in Adelaide and not. And that's why I went through pretty much every genre of music and see what each one's like.
Each different community.
This one, it's the hip hop R&B kind of new wave scene is definitely growing in Australia, that's for sure. We've got some big artists coming out of Australia now. So it's honestly, it's great to see. It is.
That's cool.
It is.
Yeah, and like I'm Akeim Takamura. Like I am one of those rappers that are lyrical. I like to look at the syllables. I look at the storytelling side of things. But also, if I need to do a party vibe, then I made a song about iced tea. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that was one thing. But then I also made like a song that like demonstrated like a girl who was an actress inside of a relationship, and the love was her script that she had to portray as herself. So I like to go into those stories, and I like to really give them a picture of something that they've gone through as well. Something that's relatable.
And like you really, like just from what I've known of you and stuff, and like because like I said, we've done a bit of stuff, and I've known you guys for a little while now. To NSS and stuff. Like you really do care about the technique side of things too.
I love the rhyme schemes. I love the syllables within the rhymes.
Like you really dive into that. You always own that.
I love the bars and stuff like that. That's what I focus on the most.
Yeah.
See, and like Cody, he does he does awesome hooks and singing, right? And like that's something that I never really went into. Like I'm opened up to it, and I'm still learning with it. But like when we've worked with our hooks and then worked with the lyrical and then smashed it together, that's when we made up like our song Lambo, which like I said got 70,000 plays on Spotify. Amazing, right?
That's also I was blown away with that because that's my first.
It just came out like that.
That's my first ever release on Spotify. Under Decoda S.
True.
So I made that Spotify account maybe the day before we released it.
Yeah.
Released it, and my first ever ones, we're sitting at.
I think you created
6,000 or 7,000 monthly listens.
Yeah, and you guys like you did a bit of publishing stuff. Like you invested into making sure that it actually.
We've invested a lot of money into all this.
Yeah.
Of course.
And that's the thing. Like I think a lot of artists. It's just natural. It's like in a lot of industries, people don't always understand what it takes, and like they see a few people pop off and they do a song and it gets picked up on SoundCloud. Like Billie Eilish put out one song on SoundCloud or whatever, and then was just mega famous. But like
that's not the reality.
They're the rare cases. So many
it's what people see because they're now known.
Yeah,
they won't see what they've done before any say if no one's actually kind of seen, except for people that obviously know us like you and anyone's close in our music scene will know. But like anyone that's just heard Lambo has seen it at 70,000 streams.
Yeah. Oh, you've dropped one song and it's massive.
They won't know how many different names we've been through or how many
how many songs we've created.
Yeah, and you guys dropped
how many
SoundCloud?
Hundreds of songs we've even made that aren't even released.
Yeah.
We just
storing them.
Yeah, storing them.
And that's the thing. Like, it's not about like just that guy, the CEO of Spotify recently was in, I don't know, they've taken a snippet of what he said. So I'd like to see the full context. But he was basically, and I guess he would defend his business model, which is like musicians should put out more music and you're going to make more money and you should just flood the market with as much music as you can. And like I get that, but at the same time, that's a business mentality, bro. There's a business mentality and there's two sides of this industry and it's business and then there's a creativity. And they don't always understand each other's shit.
No.
So like the creativity side is more like you wrote a song and the song might be alright, but it's just not resonating. You don't want to drop it. And it's like you don't even know why sometimes, but you just have to follow that path and that instinct and say, like it, and maybe you'll come back to it in 2 years and rework it and then drop it and it'll go huge. But like it's not as simple as just making, putting everything out. Like, and I feel like you guys know that because what I've seen from you guys is you are aware of how to like brand yourself a bit as well. You're not just dropping stuff all the time. You're being a bit more selective with stuff. Like how you were doing the baby, you were building that up for ages, and even how you're putting out little snippets on YouTube and stuff. But then you're putting out bigger releases as well. And you're doing music videos, and you guys just did the music video for Lambo. And it's a cool music video, by the way. It's fun. It's a lot of fucking fun, which is great. And And you do acting as well. Have you done acting as well?
I've done quite, yeah.
Yeah, cool. So you both know how to like work a camera and stuff.
Yeah.
So it's really good videos. People should check it out.
Yeah.
But how did you start writing Lambo before Corona and stuff? Like was it pre-Corona you started?
We actually used
and you had a plan for it and everything?
Well, we know each other from high school. So we were, we met through high school because we were both, I guess you could say, you know, from Brighton High School. So it was a very musical school. But we were kind of the only ones that were kind of doing.
But they did different music. They did like classical music.
Yeah, so
we did hip hop music.
We were the ones that kind of wanted.
Yeah.
So we actually know about each other from school. We didn't know about each other at all.
No.
And then one day I think you hit me up.
Yeah, hit him up.
Yeah, he hit me up. He's like, I go to your school as well. I do hip hop as well. We got together one day and we started writing music. We bring out 2 songs at the time, and then. For a bit there, it was like I think 2 or 3 years.
It was about 3 years. We kind of like split.
Yeah.
I went to the States. I did a few things. He did these things growing as well. And then when I came back from the States, I was actually doing my acting classes. That was right around the corner from his house.
Yep.
Right.
Oh,
and
true.
Then we
match made in heaven, bro.
And then he ended up picking me up from the acting class. We went back to his place, and we just started listening to like these beats, right? And there was a beat literally called Lambo. So we're like, let's make a song off of that. So we're going through the beats. He ended up coming up just a hook on the spot. I came up with a verse on the spot, and we're like, yo, why don't we just record this? So we just kind of recorded it. We didn't even plan to release it, to be honest. It wasn't a song that's like, let's record this, let's release it. It was, let's just record it, let's just have some fun.
Yeah.
But then people started hearing it in the studio and word spread, like, yo, did you hear this song? And then so many people wanted to hear the song to us like, okay,
you gotta drop it.
Let's actually do some shows. So we did some shows, we analyzed the crowd loved it.
I think that was the crazy part, is that even at the shows, just because the hook is so catchy and with the, you know, it's so, I feel like, you know, with a song like that, mainly it would be like, both the artists are in similar styles. But because he's completely different, we're both completely different styles. It just works so well, and it's very catchy. And even at those shows, we hadn't even released a song at all. It wasn't even snippets, and just some people in the studio hearing it or recording it on a Snapchat still stuff.
And then I got to a stage where everyone knew the song.
Everyone knew the song.
Just like, okay, let's just release it. Let's make them happy. And then that's why we had so many people watching as well, because it was just like everyone was waiting for it. You know,
you built that.
But yeah, it wasn't intended to be released. It wasn't. It was just like, let's just rap over a beat while we just caught up after 3 years. You know. And it is what it is now.
Yeah, and people froth it. And when you say you're up to like 70K on Spotify now, and you just dropped the music video like a couple of days ago.
Yeah. Shout out to our promoter Bianca. Because Bianca is honestly, I couldn't recommend someone more to do, you know, promoting or whatever.
What she's doing, and like for her age and everything, it's like she's super pro.
Yeah. Shout out to Renegade Records.
Yeah, I need to get her on the podcast.
Yeah, for sure.
She'll be dope on your own.
Yes, 100%.
Yeah, and like
she'd have some good stories.
And with the music video as well, first 3 days that it was out, I got like 20,000 views in the music video. And I was like, okay, so these numbers are showing that people are actually sitting there and they're watching and they're waiting, you know, which is great. Yeah.
So how did you guys, so you were hanging out like literally at your house or something when you created it, and then how did you go about like, recording it? Because like, I think a lot of artists out there, it's like, yeah, it's cool to sit down with a beat and like, and we can sit there and sing a hook and like spit some bars live and that, but then it's like, how do people go about?
We first recorded at the Northern Sound System.
Yeah, because over the few months that he was back from the US, he was going to I didn't know what Northern Sound System was at all. I never go out north or anything like that, and I was at the time, we're like, you know, how are we going to record this? He's like, oh, we're just going to Northern Sound System. So he took me there one day, met everyone. That's when I met, you know, Shout Repo and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Did the baby track with him. And we went in there and we just winged it. Yeah. Everyone loved it.
Yeah, so
mental.
we
What a
recorded
spot.
there first, and there's so many artists that all go there. So everyone that was other artists got to sit there and listen to the demo of it. And when they started hyping to it, we then went to Norlick, which is a engineer that used to be in Adelaide.
Yeah,
he's moved and
we've had him on.
done his own thing. Yeah.
I've got some big company, it's just me.
Yeah.
I've had him on.
Norlick's been on the show. Shout out to him. He's got
Shout
this
out
awesome energy and stuff. And because of his energy, he made us more hype. So we ended up bringing out all when we were recording. Like he's
great in the studio.
It's not, you know, like some studios you go into and it kind of feels like everything's very like rushed or precise. Everything's just got to be done on the book, as the book.
Stuff that.
Like it is in the book.
Stuff that, man. But that's why Norlick was so popular, because he wasn't like
Norlick, like, you know, you get to the studio and out of nowhere you've got like 20 other artists rocking up just to literally just vibe
Just
and
to
vibe.
hang out with him. Yeah.
Yeah.
For no reason, like
great dude.
Yeah, it's
Definitely a great dude.
Definitely a great loss when he
Oh, dude.
when he branched off, but like all
But a big
props
win for
to
him,
and
you know?
inspirational
Oh,
for people
100%.
to see him do that,
Yeah.
and for people to realize that like of course Nordic couldn't stick around forever. He's
Yeah.
that good.
Yeah,
He's got to go and pursue
exactly.
his shit, and
Well, that's
we're lucky
after,
to even get it.
After COVID, our plan is we want to actually go up there and spend a few days recording with
Yeah,
him in Sydney.
in Sydney,
So,
yeah, for sure.
I was actually going to go to Sydney last week, but it was just everything was going to be too much of a hassle coming back to Adelaide, being
14 days
isolated
and
for
stuff.
the 14 days, taking the test on the day that you arrive and on the 12th day that you're back. Like,
Yeah.
there's just so much.
Dude, it's like
So
what you
just-
said. It's the opposite of what the energy's meant to be about. Like
Yeah.
you want to go and hang out with Nordic because it's easy, it's no pressure, it's organic, and he knows how to get the best out of you. Like you don't want to be like how do you guys channel into like the energy that you need when you're in the studio, because you can do 100 takes and have 100 different versions of like some bars or some.
That's what
melody.
it is to me, though.
Like how do you get that instinct to go? Like I guess I got my process, but I want to know your guys' process when you go. Now we're keeping it. Do you do like one take or do you?
I'm very like precise. So if when I'm writing a song, I know exactly how I want it to sound when it's recorded. Straight away, I know how I want it to sound. If I go into the studio and I'm tired or I'm just not 100%, I will not do it.
Yeah.
I'll scratch it and come back another day and do it.
If you had a big night, the night before,
yeah, like,
sometimes it works though.
Last night. But honestly, yeah, I just won't. If I'm feeling a bit sick, feeling tired, or if I'm just not in the mood to be doing that style of music.
Yeah.
I've also got my acoustic, kind of folky indie stuff that I do.
Yeah.
So it's like if I went to say record an indie song and then just jump straight to doing like a R&B hip hop, I just won't be able to do it. It just won't. I've got to be. It's just a different mindset at the time.
So you just you're pretty selective with that. Like if you just got to know that you're in the right mood.
Yeah.
And sometimes do you feel like you're going to be in the right mood? You start spitting, you're like it's not happening.
Yeah, that's happened a few times. That's actually happened. I was recording with Dusty, my brother. Shout out Dusty.
Shout out.
And I was
Big Dust.
in the studio with him doing "Keep Me Warm," which is a track I've got coming out soon, which you've heard.
Yeah. Real
so
nice melodies there too.
Thank you. Yeah, it's a very indie track, and I was halfway through that, and that whole day, before going to studio with Dusty, I was at Northern Sound System recording some other tracks which are in the hip hop.
There was just some
scene.
hard fucking trap beats
some
or
hard
something.
trap beats.
Yeah.
So I've got into the studio and just playing this indie, just mellow, vibey music, and I'm just still in that mind.
So mellow.
Hyped up,
Yeah.
So it just wasn't working at all. So
Yeah.
I just
You just move on.
Yeah, moved on.
And that's good. You got to be like, I think, unafraid to like just leave shit behind and move forward sometimes.
Yeah.
And what about you, man?
See, like my process back in the day,
Yeah.
I'll write something, yo, I just wrote this incredible song, let's record it, and I'll go record it, right? But then the thing about doing that, you end up going like a year later, you listen to this song and you go like, damn, there's so much I would have done differently, right? And I don't really want to listen to a song and be like, I should have done this and should have done that. So now I write a song and I do voice memos like crazy and I listen to it.
Because you're telling me about your process, I like it.
So I listen to the voice memos over and over again, and I go, am I happy with it? Am I not? I change a few things. A lot of people are scared to change their own lyrics, right? But I change my lyrics to try to fit what's best, and I go over it again, and I'll be like, okay, this sounds good. Maybe if I do it a little downtone, or this one a little this and that. So I end up going to the voice recordings. When I'm happy with the voice recordings, I then go to a studio and I record them. Like I did the other day with some tracks. So I get these tracks and I record them with a proper microphone and over the beat, a little quick mix over it. I kind of listen to it and I go, okay, this is a vibe. Now I know exactly how it's going to sound like. And then I go back again to a studio, whether it be the same studio or another studio, and I do another recording, right? Listen to that. And then I do one more over the top, and that final one, I'm happy. That final one, I go in and I just do a one take because I know exactly.
You've almost workshopped the idea through like thoroughly enough to the point where you know how you want to deliver it.
But before I even do the first studio time, where it's like, okay, am I happy with these lyrics? I practice and practice over and over again at home, just over the beat, right? And by doing that, then I'm able to just go and I know the lyrics in my head already. I used to read off the phone, right? And if you read off the phone...
Look, I get that that's a bit of a wave and shit to people, but I just don't think that you can connect with your lyrics as fully when you're reading off the phone. I've done it, but when I know the lyrics and I can just like feel them, I feel like there's a 1% in the voice that's hard to tell, but it's in there and it makes people care more.
Yeah, sure.
So instead of it sounding like a bedtime story, you're actually telling the story.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
it's you
kinda
speaking
like
to someone,
So I go through all these processes just for me to get the final song. And that's also why I'm taking like 6 months between each song. But then if there's something that I like that's kind of like a little verse here or there, I'll throw it out just for the fans to have. Like on my birthday, I had this one song called Words of Defense. It was never supposed to be released, right? But then I ended up saying to myself, like, hey, this is too good to just kind of keep by itself, but like it's not my standard to release as like a full song. I'm gonna release it on my birthday just so the fans can listen to it and they can see what I'm doing behind the scenes as well. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So let me ask you guys, because you talk about the fans, and I think that's a good segue to like talk about the fans, and because like it's not just about making music; it's about connecting music with people. And even if like your main goal is just to make music that you fucking love. If you want to make a career, then you gotta realize that like it's more than just you, that the fans are involved, and you need people who fuck with you to actually give you money. Like, you know, people gotta believe in your shit. So how do you guys feel about, you know, fan base? It's obviously, well, maybe I'm wrong, but you seem like it would be harder in Adelaide to build one 100%, locally. 100%. But then it's almost like the people who fuck with you really fuck with you because it's like smaller. But then even online, like building a fan base is important. And I know you guys probably are aware of what you're doing online. You aren't just putting up whatever. You're trying to create the brand and everything like that. So what's the process?
So in Adelaide, it's got its negatives and it's got its positives. Negatives is it's small, right? So you're not going to be able to build as big numbers within Adelaide. Positives is because it is small, a lot of people know you. So it goes to a point where you go through the city and they go like, hey, you that dude from Instagram or you that dude from YouTube or whatever. You're that rapper, right? And you go like, yeah, I am. And you end up, you can either just talk to them, right? Instead of just saying yeah and then walking off. You can be like, yeah, I am. How'd you find my music? Like, how long have you been a fan? And that way it gets them like involved and they're like, I had a conversation with that guy. He's a nice dude. Let's continue listening to his music and see where he's going. Let's check out his stories. You know what I mean? Like on Instagram.
Like it's also got the Adelaide's also got that good, in a way, business aspect of it because it's so small. It is easier to branch out to, say, a club or a venue to get a show going.
Because there's limited shit that they can do.
But say if you're in LA, for instance, which is obviously the biggest market at the moment for music. Everyone's come out of there. You know, you try to book a venue there or something, you've probably got a couple of hundred more that are trying to get the same night. You know?
So first, try to get your neighbours to know who you are, right? And then get your street, then your suburb. Once you get the suburbs, you get your city. And see, like, by that, you keep growing, and you're just, like, slowly growing. Because that city is, like, a small city, it's easier to, like, branch off with. And then there's people up in the country. You can go over there, and you can talk to people. I walk around with these business cards. I have my Instagram and stuff on it. So you don't have that whole, like, hey, what's your Instagram? Oh, it's Akeim _.
Yeah, and they got to look it up. Just give them a card.
You better follow that, right? And, the thing is, you can just go out there. So it's like, here's the card. Everything's on there. And
if you really want to follow me, you'll get home and you'll do it.
And
if you don't, then fine. You don't have to sit here and chat for 10 minutes.
Sometimes you feel like, oh damn, I have to follow them because I'm right next to them. I don't know.
It's like some pressure.
People, if you like that, but it's like, here it is. If you like it, go and follow it. If you don't, then that's fine. At least you get to see it.
It's really true. You know? It's a good tip for people as well. Like, you got to think of and just having business cards it's just it's a basic.
It is.
Like, it's one of the first things that I was like, when I was trying to step up the business side of shit, and what I was thinking about, I was like, well, I should probably get business cards. Because you want to network and stuff like that. So like, Adelaide can work against you or for you in some ways, because it can work for you because you can just go out and meet people, and you can build a local name maybe quicker, and you can lean into like social, like being social and like engaging a lot easier, because like it seems like there's limited things, so people want to see what artists are doing, but then also it can make you lazy because it's like there's people walking around like everyone knows me, but you're a big fish in a small pond.
Exactly.
You know, from the big picture. So it's, and I feel like if you can make it from Adelaide, then you must really really want it, because I feel it is a bit harder. There's less opportunities. There's less gigs. You know what I mean? But if you keep grinding it out, there's less money. That's the thing. There's less money there for artists to make a career in Adelaide making it. So if you can grind through that and still like develop yourself to a point.
I think what the thing is as well though is that like I think say some people that don't do music or don't have anything to do with the music scene, they just love listening to music, or you know, love watching, you know, who the next big artist is, or you know, blah blah blah.
Following it.
They think that, you know, like we're just making money from all these shows and stuff. Half of the shows we do are
free, just like exposure.
We want to do them. You know, we just love performing. But then
that's the hustle, though. That's the real hustle, man.
People also need to realize that we need money to be able to make those videos or to record like it's like a couple of $100 at least, or maybe even $1,000 sometimes to record it just for one day.
The amount of money you put into like music videos and things like that probably far outweighs what you can make sometimes. And how do you guys decide? Because you get to an interesting point. I think when you're first starting out, like you do anything because you should. Like you should just get on a stage. Before you want to start thinking about charging people, get good at actually rocking a stage, right? Like get good at working a crowd, get good at like, crushing those nerves and all that sort of stuff. But then you get to a point, like you guys are at a point, you start to get, decent numbers and you're really still developing more stuff, trying to grow. How do you go about keeping your integrity in a culture that maybe doesn't always want to pay artists? Like, how do you decide this is a show that I would do for exposure? Maybe it's a community-based thing, or it's a charity-based thing, and you go, cool, I'll do that. That's my cause. And then how do you like say no to sometimes when people just want you to pay for exposure?
Well, for me personally, it's like say I did it. I think my last show I did before COVID started was for the bushfires. So that was charity. Of course, I want to do that.
For sure.
I want to do something for my country. I want to do that.
That's it.
You're
giving your services. That's great. Yeah.
But I'm sure you can go and do a charity thing. That's like awesome to do. But it gets to a stage where it's just like if they really want you, they should end up paying for you as an artist. Because then otherwise it's like, why would I go and do this show and then when I can be at home recording something, or I can be doing this or doing that.
Well, I think it's more like say if I say like a club or a venue or a label or agency, anything that they want you to play at their show, then like it's kind of like I would like something.
So if they ask you, then it's like, okay, this is how much I'll charge. But if you're the artist where you're just starting out and you're like, is it cool if I hop on? Is it cool if I hop on? Oh yeah, I charge this much. Then that's it's like, what are you doing? You're searching. But if they searching for you, and they're coming up to you, then it's like, obviously, pay for me to go there because it's my work at the moment.
And some people are trying to take advantage of the situation. That it's just a weird position to be in. From a business level for people who are still starting out, like if you've got an agent and you've got a bunch of you've got a couple of managers, you've got a label behind you, they deal with it. You don't have to deal with any of that shit. You don't have to just negotiate prices. You can have a say and you can be involved. Like,
or even sometimes you can negotiate. Something else in the way of I know a few times I have said no, don't pay me. Just at least say I know that you have another show coming up in a few weeks. Book me again as your support act or
that's good business though. It's like I'll give you something now, and if we can create an actual business relationship,
or or say if they've got a bigger following or they've got more views or they get the big fan base and like say let's do a feature, something like that. You guys still got to remember like music money is you need it to make it, but then at the same time you don't need it to get big.
Do you guys charge the same? You don't have to say what you're charging that. So. But would you guys charge, you reckon, the same price for a venue?
Around the same prices,
Yeah, like more or less like here, depending on like the...
Depends on
what the show is and stuff like that. But for if you both would do the same show, you'd probably charge about the same thing.
Yes, for sure.
Because some people kind of want to like pay us together. But it's like they got to know that we're both solo artists, so it's like we both have our own price.
Like you aren't a duo. Like you like to work together, and that's like
that's what.
But you aren't a duo.
At the moment, I feel like.
Do you want a dumpling?
Let's have a dump. Let's do it.
Do you actually want to whip on out? Or actually, can I quickly interject because I've got a bit of a. Do you like chili or soy?
You got a deal going on here. What's this?
I've got something for you. And I've got a bit of. I brought a bit of money on the table because I've had me Link payment.
You Sandy?
Come in, bro.
Beautiful.
Yeah,
oh, thank God for it too, bro.
I'm not gonna eat this yet. I feel like there's got something going on.
I'm hungry.
I've got something for you. Just before you eat it, I've got something.
Okay.
And I've got some money.
All right.
And I've got a wasabi challenge. Right, fucking Yorke. He brings
wasabi.
the big bucks and he gets the challenges.
They gotta see me cry.
Have you had wasabi before?
No, but
you've never had wasabi before.
I don't do well with
You've
chili.
had wasabi, right?
Yeah, I've had wasabi.
Yeah, you've had wasabi.
I don't do well with chili shit.
Dude, this is going to be so fucking funny watching. I had wasabi for the first time the other day, bro, and you can't ever expect it. Like,
no, you don't.
It's a different thing.
It's not like spicy on the tongue. It's like an internal
It's some milk or some shit.
Nah, no, because you know what the thing with wasabi is it disappears.
It does, yeah, guys.
It disappears, but it hits you, and then it's completely gone.
It doesn't stick around.
No, it doesn't stick around like that.
Let's do this.
I'm gonna give you guys some of these.
Okay.
And
I would only do this if you pay. Like,
yeah,
I've got something. I've got a little something.
I heard you got that money.
I've got a little something, but we're talking about rates here, so
Sushi Hub.
So I'm gonna give you guys a business opportunity.
Right.
What would you like, money wise, for this challenge?
Mate.
What would you expect to get paid?
This could burn my
DecodaS?
this could burn my vocal cords off.
Yeah, it could.
How much would you charge?
I don't want to have to give you a lawsuit.
Little sizzle
Yeah, so
on the grill.
$200 or something.
$200. Yeah, nice. Jack chucks it out. You know what?
200.
I can't do that, bro.
$200, man. Yo, that's not... I'll do it for $500.
$250.
Wait. Bring out his pocket.
$500.
I'll do this
Let's
straight
see how
up
much
for
you can bring
You
out.
think I'm balling? You think I'm that balling?
Let's see how much.
I'm a musician, bro.
If you want a Akeim Takamura to have wasabi on camera, $500.
Yeah.
No cap.
Let's just see what we can do.
Alright, let's see.
But what? Am I getting a full packet?
Yeah, I have a full packet.
You have a full
I have a
packet?
full
Are you good with wasabi?
I don't know.
He's probably fucking doesn't
I've
even
got
care.
$200, so
I've
I'll
got a
do
dumpling,
half.
so
I'll do
I'm
half
gonna-
this.
You do half packet?
I'll do half this.
I'll do some as well. I want to do some too. $200 for you.
$200, mate. That's done deal.
That's for you.
Right there.
Guys, rappers, you know, fucking come and talk of Yorke. It could be financially viable. What do we got here?
I'm low-key scared.
Count that out in my hand,
I've
bro.
got fucking $500 right here.
Yeah.
Are you gonna do it?
Yeah, I'm gonna do it.
You're gonna smash it.
I'm gonna have this whole thing for $500.
You're gonna earn this, bro.
This is how you bargain, man.
Let's fucking do
Let's
this.
count this real quick.
I don't know how I'm gonna pay the rent now, but
Alright, let's see.
wasabi challenge.
What is this? 200, 300.
Dumpling's good, bro.
He's
Dude, the
taking-
local dumpling place is
Well,
He's
fire.
taking this money game serious.
500. Yeah, hell yeah, man. If you want a Akeim
You
Takamura,
counting it?
You want a Akeim
Bro, I'm
Takamura,
giving you money for wasabi.
He's giving you free wasabi.
I'm giving you free wasabi.
You're gonna
Not
be free wasabi as well.
Have you been to Colonnades?
Yeah.
For like, have you had the dumplings there?
Nah.
Alright.
Bro.
It's just made my second time having dumplings.
Really?
Yeah.
I bloody hate this.
Bro, first time on wasabi.
I'm a bacon and eggs friggin' in the morning, boy, and
You're a bacon egg
about
boy.
it, yeah.
You're on the keto diet, bro.
The keto.
Yeah. Yeah, that's it, bro.
That's actually the whole packet just there.
Is that the whole pack?
Yeah.
Get that stinger in you. That's a whole packet.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Alright.
I got nothing else in there.
Alright, let's give it a go.
Okay.
In the gob. That's it, bro. Get that flavour.
Holy fuck. It's hit.
Get it, bro.
Just hit me.
We're gonna get this camera on you guys now because this is gonna be the best.
It's all
Bro,
mental, man.
bro, you've never had this before.
Oh, my nose is on fire.
I love this.
It's all mental.
His face right there is all squashed.
It's all mental. It's all in the mind.
I'm some soy sauce.
Oh, I'm just a white boy.
Have you had any yet?
I'm not even wasabi.
You haven't had any yet?
No.
You want a little bit?
There you go. Thanks, bro. The soy sauce, bro?
Yeah.
Might help with the wasabi.
It's all mental.
There you go, bro.
It's all in the mind.
Some soy?
No, man.
You
I'm
gonna
good.
keep telling yourself that, or?
Yeah, man. I gotta... Look.
The Great Wasabi Challenge.
That was hot.
Yeah.
There we go. Done. Pack it.
Well done, sir. Well done.
Do you have any something to wipe my hands with?
Yeah, I can find something, bro. Let me just get this wasabi.
This is
That was hot.
Oh!
this is straight on
That was
mine.
very
now.
hot.
Straight away.
Playing.
Bro, I wiped my ass with $50 notes, bro.
Too easy. What's
Play
your
money,
sales
mate.
Centrelink?
Play money.
Play money, bro. Monopoly money.
I'm gonna do the typical Australian thing.
How'd you like it? Yeah, I know.
You got more wasabi?
No, I'm going.
That's funny as.
I got no more money, that's for sure.
Yeah.
No more money.
You cleaned me out, boys. You cleaned me
I
out.
gotta do wash my hand or something because I got like.
Just start licking, you'll be fine.
You got a little something? Let me sort you out.
Sort me out.
Yeah.
No, I think I got like.
Sort me out. Not like that, bro. Not gonna fight you.
Go.
Going straight in the bag.
I've got some. Yeah.
Oh, it's beautiful, look at that.
Wipe it in there, bro. I'm rich.
Look at that. would
I'm
you?
rich, bro.
There we go. I hate grease on my hand. That's one thing that nobody really knows is I hate stuff on my hands, bro.
Yeah? You get weird about it? Like,
I had stuff on my face. You know when it gets to that point during the day when your
Bro.
face just gets really greasy? I fucking can't stand
I
it.
just hate. Yeah, I know what you're saying. I just hate food on my body.
Yeah.
Like if I get a bit of food here on, I'll get this weird like shake like feeling. I don't know
Talking
why.
about like your stomach, like, bro.
If I drop like if I'm fucking like sitting there after like just like relaxing out, shirt off, just having a feed, eating on yourself, and I drop a bit of spaghetti, I'd hate that, bro.
It's rude.
I wouldn't like it, bro. I'd hate it. I don't know what it is. We've all got our weird little
My
things, though.
sinuses, man.
Yeah, my nose is a bit ahead going.
Yeah. It actually helps it, but it clears up.
Yeah. Good.
I reckon that would kill Corona.
You got
That's
any more
good.
cash?
No, I've got no more cash, bro.
What's next?
Okay, then what's next? What else can you next?
Look at that, $500 in the bag, just eating wasabi, bro. You know, there's people out there that just like full on eat the whole thing, and they're like 500. These kids, but that's the thing. That was my rate. You know,
That was what wasabi rate.
You gotta get your money, bro. You gotta start charging more, bro, for your wasabi.
That's
Look at
alright,
that, you
it's
only
alright.
got
It only lasts a few seconds.
You know what I mean, bro?
I'm covered in like junk now. That messed me up, but yeah.
How do you feel now?
I'm full. I'm not eating for a few weeks.
But it's gone, isn't it? Like the spice
Yeah,
is
it's gone
gone.
now. My nose.
It's weird, wasn't it?
There you go.
Weird thing.
Yeah.
But you had a full packet in one
Yeah,
go.
hard.
Well done. Yeah, it does.
Yeah, hard.
Hits straight away and then
Yeah.
it fucking gets in.
When I put it in, when I put the dumpling in, I flipped it over in my mouth.
Yeah.
So the sauce is just straight away on my tongue.
Oh, you cheeky bugger. Smart play though, smart play.
Well, he has.
Nah, well earned money, boys.
Yes.
It's a good dumpling.
You've earned it. It's good dumpling, eh? They make them fresh.
Yeah.
I'm pretty good, bro.
Yeah, if they didn't make it fresh, that would be.
We should
complaining.
start a.
Dude, I wish I was Joe Rogan right now. I'd be like, yeah, bro, I'll get some sent to your house,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah, yeah.
This is dumpling sent to your house.
Yeah.
Can't do that though.
No.
You have to go and get them.
Yeah. Okay.
Like David Dobrik gets sponsored by Chick-fil-A or something.
Yeah.
Get the dumpling place to sponsor you.
Who would you love to be sponsored by?
Food wise?
If you could pick anything. Yeah,
Food-wise.
food wise.
Food wise.
And then get unlimited
KFC.
KFC, yeah, that's
People
pretty...
know me, man. The
that's
chicken
it.
wings. I'm
Mhm.
always eating it. I'm
That's a
always
Zinger
put
box?
it on
Zing the fuck on.
my Zinger stacker box. I like the double.
Okay, I can
That's how
respect
it's
that.
up.
I can fucking respect that.
Yeah, man.
I really do.
What would you do, food right
Stack it
now?
up.
I don't think I'd do KFC because I'd get really fat.
Bruh.
Yeah, I'd get fat.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
I'd
But
be,
at
I'd,
least
be,
you get-
I'd be eating that shit every day.
Every day.
I'll have to go like.
Subway then. Something healthy.
Yeah, I was thinking Subway, but then I was like, they're not as big.
Yeah. you gotta make sure they're big.
They're like a foot long, so it's like
Yeah,
they're big enough.
Has a rapper ever represented like Subway or some shit? Has that ever happened? Maybe they need that, bro.
Yo,
Gap in the
Sub-
market,
Subway
bro.
merch will look dope.
Mm.
Like what is it? Green and yellow.
Bubble
Green,
tea.
Green and yellow.
Green goals, Aussie colours.
I'd get sponsored by
Bubble tea isn't food.
Bubble tea, oh, that would be
I love
good.
bubble tea.
I think that passes.
Yeah.
I'll allow it.
Or
I'll allow it.
Krispy
I'll allow
Kreme.
it.
Krispy Kreme would do the job.
You said you get fat on fucking KFC, but Krispy Kreme's fine.
because.
But you'd eat less of the Krispy
Yeah,
Kreme.
less of the Krispy
Yeah,
Kreme because
yeah,
it's
yeah.
like a snack. But like if I've got KFC, that's a fucking meal. Like
Facts.
breakfast, lunch, dinner,
Facts.
afternoon
You don't
snack.
have to eat it all the time. If it's
Yeah.
sponsored by
I'll
it.
be eating that shit in the shower.
You know what I mean? Yeah, eating the bucket in the shower.
Hey, let's go deeper with it then. Like we're talking about food, we're talking about nourishment, we're talking about music, which is spiritual nourishment.
Yeah.
So you guys obviously want to be artists. That's just already a crazy thing
It's not
for
that we
anyone
wanna
to
be, though.
decide.
It's like I feel like we already are.
You
artists
just
at
are.
this
You're just
point,
accepting who you are.
I can't like I've always
Yeah.
everyone that knows me well have always said this too. It's like I just can't work a normal job, and that's for some people. That's great.
Do you just get depressed?
That's definitely 100%.
I do too.
Yeah,
I feel
if people also need to realize for musicians that are like trying to make it, there's months sometimes where you just won't make music because it's like I can't do this, like it's not working, or you know. But that's every artist has been through that. Every single artist. So your most favorite artists, you know, the biggest artists in the world right now have been through that.
Yeah.
But the thing is, there's 9 to 5 jobs, right? But as an artist, there's 24/7 jobs, and that's the thing.
24/7, so 31 jobs.
31 jobs, right? So as an artist, there's 31 jobs, right? But the thing
Not
is-
many jobs, bro.
That's not many jobs, bro.
That's probably about right, actually. It's fuck all jobs.
No, but the thing is,
Do you
like,
mean you can
you're
be in the
constantly-
studio any time?
Yeah.
So you can be writing for hours. If you take it seriously,
Yeah.
you can be writing hours on hours on end.
You can be
right?
writing at 3 in the morning.
Exactly, and you don't sleep, and you start recording hours on end. You listen to beats hours on end. You're like mixing and mastering. Like these are just hours on top of hours. So it's like, yes, it's not like a routine.
Yeah.
But it's like you have to do it all the time, because if you don't do it all the time, then you're not growing.
I think it's also though like you be working a 9 to 5 job that, you know, not obviously. I'm sure a lot of people love what they do.
Yeah. But those people maybe aren't artists.
Yeah.
You know, they got a different grind.
Yeah,
they got their own
I'm
type of artistry in what they do, but
Yeah.
they're not like maybe creating the sort of things that like.
Well, I
like
think
music.
it's like I'm
music
sure like 100% is
Art's in everything though.
heaps
Isn't
of
it?
people out there that grew up wanting to say be an accountant or something like that, you know.
Yeah.
But
Got the
if
mathematical.
I
mind.
can get paid big and
Big.
support,
Chuck that in there.
Oh no,
It's gotta be
it has
big.
to be big. But like, you know,
You can't be promising that these chicks on your tracks, fucking Porsches,
Yeah.
and not be getting paid big. It's got to happen.
Exactly. But you know, if I am able to support my family, you know, eventually once they have one.
Facts.
But
You got some kids out there right now, bro?
Probably not.
Probably.
Support my family, you know. Travel, be able to do all those things freely, you know. When it's to the point where it's like, you know, like, oh, let's go for a trip to Thailand or something, and it's not like, oh, we need to save or something. It's like, you know, yeah, cool, I've got that, let's go, whatever. You know, if it gets to the point where I can do that, and it's because I'm doing what I love as a job, then it's like, what could you want more?
Yeah.
But you should treat your writing and stuff like. I heard it on an interview of like Eminem, right? I think it was like 9 to 5. Where he gave like some type of hours.
Was that when he did that talk with
And-
Yorke?
Eminem did that for you.
When Marshall Mathers came through. But the thing is, he ends up, like, I heard, not got told, imagine that. I'm not sure if he told me this.
He told you.
But the thing
He
is,
rang him.
Hey bro,
He
gotta tell you
called me,
something.
right? And he told me this. He's like, Akeim, I end up going to the studio at 9 o'clock in the morning and I start working, I start writing, I start doing all this
He
stuff.
does the 9 to 5 in this.
And then, as soon as it hits like that 5 o'clock
He's
or
gone.
whatever it is, he can be midway versed. Oh, it's 5, okay, I'm going home now. So he treats it just like you would a 9 to 5.
Like a normal job.
You know what I mean? And you see
But he
how,
loves it, that's the thing.
you see like where he's at. But obviously he'll do like
That's
8
hours. Like
and-
that's hours.
Yeah.
Like that's like what's it's like 8 hours a day. Like that's more than I spend on.
But there's a
music.
difference as well. Eminem probably gets paid to walk into the studio.
Yeah.
Walk in.
And probably a lot of his stuff isn't even like him recording his own shit. He's probably got so many other artists that he's helping put on and
But
stuff.
it's,
and working
it's that
with.
mindset of just like, you don't just get up and be like, do I write today or do I not write today? It's get up, oh, you know what, I can't write today. I'm on like, I can't even think of the words right now. You know what I mean? So you're in that
have like
type
a
of
creative
vibe.
blank.
Yeah,
like,
you have a creative blank. But then it's like, okay, well, since I've got a creative blank, why don't I do a song that I've already written and practice me rapping it?
That's the thing. Some people get to that point. They'll go in the studio, or they'll sit down with the guitar, whatever it is, you know, and they'll just go, "Oh, it's just not happening." And we've all been there. But then it's like there are other avenues to go, and that's like what you were saying, and also with you like being into technique and there's other avenues. It's like cool. Well, maybe I'm not focusing on lyrics today. Maybe I'll just develop some syllable stuff, or I'll look at some rhyme schemes, or I'll grab the acoustic and try and do something on that. And it's just about like sometimes. Like there's obviously value when you can sit down and write a song, you know, in a 6-hour session or whatever. But I think there's super value in sitting down and trying to write a song and not being able to. Like that's also part of it. Like you can't expect, like you got to get used to that because you can't expect the shit just always happen. How do you react when you're in a situation where things don't happen naturally? Do you keep going? Do you keep grinding then, or do you just go fuck it? I'll come back tomorrow and
Just try to find something.
Yeah, it's
be creative. Like still being creative.
Like
being
I
an
said
artist.
something in the DMs, and you're like, "Oh, when are you gonna release that song?" And I said, "This isn't a song to release. This is just lyrics over a beat for me to practice my syllables." You know what I mean?
It's like as an artist, like that is our job. You know, that's my job. I wake up in the morning and I'm like, you know, like the first thing I think is what time am I going to record today? What am I going to write? You know,
That's it.
But that's the good thing about it is I can do my job wherever I want.
Absolutely.
You know, like if I'm sometimes I actually if I'm just driving, I love to drive because I love my cars.
Yeah, boy.
And I'll take my drive and I'll literally just go up to a lookout or even a beach and my laptop and I'll write, type. So I'm getting it cool. I'll let that go.
Who was it, bro?
You wanna answer it?
Do you answer, bro? Dude, get him on speaker, bro.
You never know, hey. Let's see
yeah.
who's calling
Okay,
Decoda.
ready? It's going to be something crazy. G'day, mate. Do you want to know something real quick?
What?
You're on the podcast.
Wow.
Welcome to Talk with Yorke, bro.
How you doing?
Good, you sexy slut. I just thought it was funny.
Yeah. That's Josh. That's Josh's name on my phone. It's one of my best mates. What's going on, mate?
Yeah, fuck all, mate.
Fuck
I'm
all.
going to construct a van.
We are going to construct a van today. This is happening.
You're constructing a van today?
I will get into this in a second.
No shit.
Yes, we are.
Oh,
Yes.
we're chucking the cool lady.
I'll give you a ring, lady, you sexy slut.
Catch, guys.
That bloke sounds so Aussie, bro.
Yep, that's Josh for you.
So, to move on and maybe we can get into that, like obviously you guys have just dropped Lambo, you got the music video, like everyone sort of knows about that now. That's you're probably moving on to the next stuff, and you've probably got lots of cogs in motion already. So, just quickly, like, what are the sort of short-term plans for you guys? Like, are you working on anything new? Like, what's happening with that? And then also, maybe just let people know, like, outside of like music, what you guys got going on and stuff as well. Because I know you do a bit of acting and stuff, and that's probably been effective. And
well, for me, it's my biggest thing right now is I'm not even trying to get music out to my audience at the moment.
Yeah.
As much as I love my fans, I love every one of them.
Yeah.
At the moment, my thing is I want to get my music distributed to labels and agencies, and I'm aiming straight for LA. So after COVID, my plan is to go to LA.
So you want to be massive? Like, is that the plan? As big as possible?
I just want to. I want to get to the point where I'm doing what I love and I'm living comfortably. You know, I don't want to be as much as doing music is what I love and I can do it anywhere. I don't care the size of the crowd. I would love to obviously, you know, get paid to be in front of a massive audience and there for my music instead of, you know, being, say, playing at clubs in Adelaide, you know, for...
But you think LA is the spot as far as opportunity
100%.
goes?
Well, opportunity for, say, our genre of music, 100%. US in general is where, you know, our stats on Lambo, everything is from New York, LA, Texas, which is crazy. I should think.
We actually got played on a radio station in Texas
yeah.
back in like 2016 as well.
Yeah, we did.
Really?
But Texas are loving us. Half of our streams, well not half, but a big percentage of our streams are from Texas.
Texans.
Yeah. So
interesting.
yeah, my thing is definitely the US, and I think I'll want to live there for a few years, get everything going, and I've got quite a few connections over there. So that's the. I've actually got a few things in the work right now that I won't speak about, but.
Yeah. Come on, bro.
That's the
Talk of Yorke exclusive, bro.
Can't do it. But soon.
That's killer, though.
Yeah.
That's awesome, and it's good direction, I suppose. You know, I suppose you gotta wait for the things to simmer down.
Yeah.
But then it's good to know that.
The music can get really overwhelming sometimes as well, and that's why you were saying, you know that we have a few things we do outside of music as well. You know, like I love cars. You know, if I'm not. Some days will be a day where I don't work on music at all. Yeah. I don't do anything to do with music because I just get to the point where I'm just. If I'm getting frustrated with something I love, I don't want that to be, you know, what I'm doing.
Need some space.
So I'll work on my car or go to the gym. You know, or at the moment I'm actually halfway through my army application. So,
yeah.
You know, I want a backup. There always has to be a backup. Music, nothing in music is guaranteed. So you know, I've definitely got my backups, and everything I'll always choose is something I love. I don't do something I don't want to do.
Absolutely, and you might as well have a good crack while you can.
Exactly, yeah.
That's the thing, you don't want to live with that regret, man. That's a big thing for me, is like, I just got to a certain point and I'm like, yo, I'm not getting any younger, and like, you know, I felt like I was in my prime years. I'm like, I got to start doing this now and really having a crack. So even if I don't make it, I can look back later and not like hate myself or not be like, oh, I wish I should have tried, and you know, have that regret.
100%.
What about yourself, bro? What you got coming up? What's in the works? I know things are a bit shitty right now, but what's the plan?
At
like,
the moment,
what do you want to be? Like,
I'm not focusing on features or anything like that. It's just like focus on myself. Maybe do a project or something like that. Just really just kind of make my own just musics and kind of try to bring my vibe. Cause like yes, I've done stuff like Lambo and Ice-T, but they like party vibes. And like I want to go back to the Akeim Takamura of like my storytelling.
Well, can you even speak a little bit about that, because I know that you've had some stuff that's been motivating to write a lot. Like, you know, you've had some, like, you know, some personal stuff going on in that. Yeah. And it's really been motivating you, and you've been writing a lot of stuff about it.
The thing is, with the personal stuff, I'm not going to go into it, but like when they listen to the songs, they're going to know. Right? Yeah, totally. And they're going to connect with it, no matter what it is, you know? So like, I've got a few songs here and there where like, and the thing is, because it is personal, other people have personal issues as well, and a lot of people, we're all humans, we kind of have we have similar personal issues. Even if it's not exactly the track that someone is going through, they can connect it through a different alleyway. You know what I mean? Yeah, exactly. I've also got like, I haven't been doing any acting in a while, to be honest. But like there has been a place in Japan that wants me to do some modeling, so we're just kind of discussing with them at the moment exactly what's going on. Cool. And then I also want to go back to the States again. So the States is there as well, and the States is going to be a definite, right? The modeling's on the side at the moment. The music is always first when it comes to me, and then anything extra I'm going to go and do that. Yeah. But like I'm planning to go to the States like as soon as I'm able to. As soon as borders start to open, as soon as anything like that, I'm going to go there. I'm going to try to practice on my craft even more. So when I'm over there, I'm ready. I'm over there and I can do my shows. I can do anything that I'm prepared to do, you know? Yeah.
I respect that, especially coming from like the smaller town. And again, like you don't see heaps of examples around you all the time of like people who are really breaking the mold, and you know, like moving, like even just moving to Melbourne's a big deal for a lot of people in Adelaide, and that's what they need to do, let alone, you know, going international and dreaming that big and doing that stuff. So like, credit to you guys for like just having the security within yourself to just dream, dude. Like, so many people throw that shit away.
In the States though, like everyone is a rapper over there. That's the thing, like everyone. You go on the bus and you go, okay guys, who raps? Every single person puts their hand up. Yeah. I rap. Like, so the thing is, you got so many people you got to battle against. So what makes you different from the whole bus? You know?
So that begs the question, like, because there's not as many physical people, you know, as we've said, that you can say, how do you go to LA and do this stuff? There's
Yeah.
not as many physical people, but so do you like lean into like an online community to get that sort of kick? Like, you know, you guys follow a lot of American artists and...
Well, put it this way, my promoting, you know, if I pay for a press release to be happen, so get my music pushed out to platforms, I will aim everything at the States or even Japan because their market is so big. So that was something we did do with one of my previous songs. I pushed it out to Japan and the States, and say like with Adelaide, everyone's gonna hear my music here anyway because I'm from Adelaide. The musicians here know me, they know us, they know my music, whatever. So I wouldn't bother pushing into where I live. If I'm going to push anywhere in Australia, I'll push to Sydney or Melbourne.
Definitely.
Because they're the bigger, obviously, way bigger.
And who are the biggest, like, American influences for you guys? And then maybe who are some of the Australian guys that influence you as well?
Biggest influence, which is, some people find a bit strange sometimes because it's not pretty much the music I do. Well, it is. It's in the same genre, but we're not similar. It's Nipsey Hussle. And sadly, obviously, he passed away. But he was, I've got him tattooed on the back of my leg. I've got his quote on the back of my leg. And he's just, his motivation and his courage and everything just to be someone like by himself. He did everything himself. He came from way up, from down below. Way up. And made something big of himself, and not just as an artist, but he did everything for the community. And
that's crazy.
Always
got to respect that shit, eh?
Yeah, but him and Lil Mosey, he's big at the moment. Big props to him. He's
dream collab for you.
Dream collab, 100%,
huge.
Yeah. Just because I feel like we're in the same genre of music in a way. Killer Roy.
Yeah.
Osboy.
Doing a track with him would be.
That'd be cool. Yeah, that'd be
pretty
wicked.
Big, eh?
Yeah.
So do you just want to bring some of those Aussie vibes to America? Like, if you're planning on going over there into the US, do you think that actually plays an advantage for you guys?
I feel like it does. I feel like it does. I mean, Australia, we love, pretty much every artist that's big artist right now that we love in Australia is from the States.
Yeah.
So why wouldn't it be any different for the Americans wanting, they obviously love Australian artists because we've got big artists like Manu Crooks from Sydney. He's huge in the States right now. He's massive, and he still lives in Sydney. That's because he's just got that audience in the States.
Well, 1-4 did a track with Ferg.
Yeah.
Was it ASAP Ferg and shit like that?
Yeah.
People are really starting to look at Australia a little bit, and we've got people like Leroy coming out, and like Leroy, he's got like, I guess he's been a bit Americanized in the way that he sounds, but he's also just got his own thing. He's got his own thing. He brings an energy to it, and like you said, he's got a pretty good voice and stuff as well, and. We've got a lot of good talent, man. Yeah. And when stuff goes over there and does well, it seems to do really well.
I also feel like music's definitely been. How do I say it? It's definitely gotten bigger from all the people that we can't forget. Like, for me, it was before I was doing anything to do with hip hop. I was doing like my folk music, and then I started listening to NWA, Ice Cube, all that, all the old stuff, and then started kind of getting more into the West Coast scene. So I was just listening to Dave East, Nipsey Hussle. YG, he's a big one for me. I love YG. And then now, because I'm doing this genre of music, I've started looking into it. I feel like it's whatever genre you do, you'll start finding each artist, even if they're not big, they're just always, you end up finding them, which is sick, which is what I love. So, there's a lot of artists I listen to that people haven't even heard of. It's just because they're gonna blow.
And is there even more reason for an artist to go find more artists than maybe just a normal person? Because it's like you're like, I don't know, you're more involved, you're more invested in the music scene, just music in general in some ways, because it's like it's paying the bills and stuff, and it's sort of your whole life in some ways. That it's like going out finding other artists like you and similar to you is like gonna be. Could feel like a really important thing to do and to network with those people.
I guess it's like, if you're someone that watches vlogs every day, say if you watch a big vlogger on YouTube, and then you go onto YouTube.
David
Dobrik or something, you go into your trending or, new videos or something, it's just going to be vlogs.
Yeah.
So for me, as soon as we go on YouTube, it's just what songs come out that day from new artists. So every day it's a new artist that I'm just like, oh, who's this? I love who it is. It's crazy. It's really
good to
good.
listen to different genres as well, because they're all connected in a way. Like how disco slowly changed into like the early hip hop, and then the early hip hop turned into the trap, and then just kind of moved forward like that. Yeah.
So how about you? Like within your musical journey, like who are some of the most influential artists?
So as a kid, before I was into like hip hop, I would listen to like a lot of Michael Jackson and a lot of Black Eyed Peas.
Dude, I had the glove on before.
Yeah, he had the glove on.
No shit.
So like my MJ and Black Eyed Peas were like my kid type of growing up with. But then as soon as I hit 10 years old, that's when I heard Marshall Mathers. You
Game
know?
over, bro.
And the thing is, as soon as I heard him,
Game over, bro.
I heard the way he told stories, but he was rhyming the whole entire story, and it captivated me. I was just like,
You like, is he sitting there talking to me, or is he rapping?
So it sounded like he was talking. Like, I know you miss your mom.
Telling you something.
I know you miss your dad. And he just keeps going. It's just like, okay, it's all rhyming. And then from Eminem, that's what got me to Dre. Dre got me to Tupac. Tupac got me to NWA and Snoop Dogg, right? So I was just listening to them non-stop. Every new artist that was coming through, I didn't really listen to them. And then I heard a new artist that popped up in like around 2012, and I heard like Hobson, right? And Hobson was kind of going in, doing his thing. And
he was pretty independent, like he sort of just carved a name for himself.
Yeah, so he you know, he's a businessman, of course. But like then I started hearing a lot of Hobson. I'm wearing one of his hats at the moment from back in the day. I went to his show, right? So then from Hobson, I kind of went to like Johnny Lucas and like NF and all these artists are lyrical artists, right? And it's like these are the people that I get influenced by the most. But I also listen to people that like Lil Mosey and stuff like that, just so I can dance to it. You know what I mean? And you kind of listen to that, and you hear da 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 da, and you kind of hear that flow, and then you hear like from someone else, and you kind of merge them in together, you know, and then you add them together, and you're just like, oh snap, and you kind of create your own like.
I think that's why we love doing collabs,
own
because
artists,
he's got that. He's definitely got that rhyming aspect, and that, you know, being able to put words into a song that you would not. Jesus, he was fine. You know, put words into, you know,
rhyming words that you
would never expect it would actually work.
There's a real art to that, hey, like rhyming certain words. Like you can't just go like, you can go to like Rhyme Zone or whatever, you know what I mean, like online and like try and find like the most common rhymes. But the guys who step outside the box, it's more of a skill that's within them, where they just for whatever reason they just work their vocabulary to a point where they'll just connect dots that like you wouldn't normally think can work, so and like, they just and the way you articulate it can
like I wrote this one thing. It's like nobody knows what I'm going through. I can be talking to you with some orange juice, and then people kind of go like, wait, what? Orange juice going through? Like, okay, that's like...
What's happening?
No one thinks of that. Like, a lot of people be like, I'm on a plane, I'm insane, that's my name, that's the fame, and they keep going in.
I've got a cat, it's fat. I push it over on the map.
And it does work with, like, the trap songs and stuff like that, because it's easy to, like, learn and stuff. But then, like, I like to...
You go deeper with it, though.
I like to go for a word that's 4 syllables, and then find another 4 syllables that work, and another 4. But while these 4 syllables are all working at the end, I like to get the middle 2 and make all of them together, you know what I mean? So these
it's like a math to it, like patterns.
It's definitely mathematical.
Actually, now that I think
there's a connection between like music and like math. Like you know, people who are mathematical and there's a weird connection between
Now I think about that, there is definitely like, you know, 3 artists from Australia that I just have to mention is you know, people that I feel like made me kind of into the first ever big concert I went to. I'll put it as this. First ever big concert I went to, my brother Dusty surprised me. It was tickets. He said we were going to the movies, and we rocked up to the Hilltop Hoods.
Best movie ever.
It's a lie.
Rocked up to the Hilltop Hoods Entertainment Centre. I was like, dude, these guys are from.
They put on a show.
They grew up in my neighbourhood, you know.
Locals.
Just seeing like these 2 lads that were doing exactly what we're doing. And now
Adelaide
rocking the world. You know,
they put on a show. They're serious, man.
And the fact that I went and saw Eminem last year, last year. Sorry, saw last year on his tour in Australia, and Hilltop Hoods were supporting him. You know, imagine coming from Adelaide and you're supporting the biggest artist in the world.
Insanity. That's the thing with being an Aussie artist as well. Like there is like. Where this little sort of like, you know, buried secret.
Well, that's why I love Hilltop Hoods though. They mix their music with contemporary jazz and bloody orchestras.
And they do, and they put a lot of. What I love about them as well is they put so many other Adelaide people on. Yeah. Like, you know, they've got that platform, and they really do.
Adrian Eagle and stuff.
Adrian Eagle, like even the Yasa from here. At Timberwolf, bro. Right, they put Timberwolf on a track, like, you know.
But it's, you know,
all Adelaide.
Also,
heaps of Adelaide people.
Other ones I got to shout out real quick is 360. You know, he's not doing too much now.
He's not, but I think he's got mental health.
He does
stuff
have,
he's working through.
Sadly.
But he's one of the OGs, bro.
He was, I think, the first Australian rapper to support Eminem at the Rolling Stone tour.
Epic.
And that was
huge.
That's wicked. But then him and I think the biggest one for me, who I feel like can sometimes get frowned upon, but for me is just great because of how he came up and didn't stop and they've even signed a deal. He's made his own label, everything himself. He's never been playing radio. That's Cursor.
Curse, dude. Dude, you gotta put some respect on that.
Oh, dude, for sure. Cursor is like some people, will love his music. Some people hate it, but
why do people hate him so much? I don't get it. Like he's an artist. He comes from fuck all. He's worked his fucking ass off. He's naturally talented, and he's influenced so much.
And I think the fact that he's never been played on radio, he's never had that publicity.
Triple J don't give a shit about it.
I think there's one interview on YouTube he's ever done, or something like that. And the fact that he's still selling out shows and tours, and they're selling hot as well. And and
people that fuck with him.
Yeah, 100%. But his story writing is wicked. When it comes to Australia, I definitely look up to his story writing.
Do you think that's because he's too closely related with drugs and all that sort of stuff?
I think
it's a bit too full on for anyone in mainstream to want to take it on. It's not family friendly.
100%. Yeah. Well, that's definitely obviously the reason that I'm guessing he doesn't play radio. But his music's definitely changed. He's going more mainstream now because he's already had that time. He bring out all those songs. He bring out those albums about what he went through, what he did, how he regrets it, and now he's a dad.
He's growing.
He's a dad. He loves his daughter. He's got his wife.
And he's built a fucking kingdom. He's built a kingdom, and he's built a way to feed his family and to give his family a great life from someone who maybe didn't have a great life and stuff. So
and that's the good thing about music.
Fuck what anyone says. You have to respect that, bro.
Yeah, that's the good thing about music. That's what Akeim was saying before. You tell your own story, and even though it's your story, it's your life. There's always gonna be someone out there that will feel the same way or has been through the same thing.
Absolutely.
So yeah,
that's dope. Hey, do we have a time check at all? I wonder how we're going.
What time is it? It is 3:23.
3:23.
Got about 8 minutes.
Fucking hell, man. So, is there anything else you guys really want to get into, or what else has been going on? What are you doing today, bro?
Well,
you building a van?
We are.
You're building a van?
Me and Josh, we've got a Ford Transit, old big fuck off van. The back which is empty, and we're like, screw it. We just want to fucking. Basically, when I throw parties at mine or something, there's just sometimes not enough beds. And last night we had a few drinks at mine, and we're like, fuck, where's everyone gonna sleep? And I was like, fuck it, tomorrow we're putting a king single in the back of that van. And we're gonna put some carpet down and shit.
It's a dream.
That's crazy.
Got some electricity and make it.
Then what? Just go for a cruise?
No, just leave it in the fucking garage and turn it into a room. Even a studio. I was looking at it for a
portable studio.
Yeah. So
just take it to the Yorke Peninsula, bro.
Yeah. Screw off.
I used to have man.
I'm also talking about getting the check. We've got our next single coming out shortly.
Yeah.
We're just working on a few things with it, but we do have.
Give me the check.
Give me a check.
Yeah, that's
this is my.
It's gonna be a good one too.
Personally, my favourite one that we've done.
I definitely love the track.
It's a vibe. It is a vibe. There's some great melodies in there.
Well, we've got some big things planned for it. The way that we're releasing it is definitely something I am over the moon excited for.
So he's working with Bianca again on it, or
yeah, she's doing it promoting, but we're distributing it. We're not. Well, the plan is not to just release it on our YouTube channel or something like that. We've got a
third party that's gonna host it and
yeah.
stuff. Is that?
Yeah. I'm not gonna say anything about it because obviously we're still in the works.
Jumper, bro.
They
used to do heaps of that stuff, didn't they? No Jumper. They still do that stuff.
No Jumper.
Right.
Yeah, he does. He gets so many. Some of the biggest, hottest artists at the moment. No Jumper is.
Come through No Jumper.
Yeah, come through No Jumper. He's wicked. Love what he's doing.
Shout out Adam 22.
Shout out Adam 22 for sure.
Definitely inspired what's going on right now a little bit.
Yeah, for sure.
Even just as an interviewer, he's dope.
Yeah.
Well,
he just comes up with questions sometimes I feel that you wish wouldn't think of.
Yeah.
I've seen so many artists get stunned by his questions sometimes. And it's
Love it, That's cool. So you guys got, give me a check, you just got to drop that. Any plans on the release date? Gonna be 2021?
No.
Music video?
Aiming for this year.
No.
This year?
Yeah.
Aiming for this year?
It's not. We haven't got a date yet.
Yeah.
We're just focusing on what we got at the moment. The Lambo,
there's a few things still in the work as well for getting a check. Not song wise, but we still need to sort out a few things. So
it's gonna be another Spotify drop as well.
Yeah, it will be a Spotify drop.
Yep.
Everything's Spotify drop. So if you haven't heard Lambo yet, Spotify, DecodaS, Lambo.
So you guys have just been dropping tracks together so far?
Yep.
Yeah.
On
that-
Spotify?
After
That'll change though.
After Give Me the Check, I think I'm going to do features for a while.
Yeah, me neither.
Do you just get people hitting you up for features? Like, do you ever get people hitting you up?
Yeah, people
And
hit me up for features.
Do you put a
and,
rate? Like, do you have a rate? Because
Yeah, I have a rate. So
Yeah.
if they really want me on the track, obviously I'm gonna do a feature if like it's work and I get
Yeah.
paid and I go in and I deliver what they want. But if someone's just gonna come up to me like, yo, bro, you just want to collab at the moment, I'm quite busy at the moment, so it's like my schedule.
you'd have to really fuck with the song.
I can't be doing that right now. Like I'm too busy, like things going on.
That
So
was-
it's just like if someone comes up to me, they ask like, yo, is it cool if you jump on it?
It's work.
I did it last week and I got paid just to go in and do my feature. So like if you want to do it for the rate, then I'm not gonna say anything on camera about how much. But if you're always down, my email's attached to my Instagram.
$500.
You just
Bring the
go-
wasabi as well though.
Bring the
Yeah,
wasabi. You gotta
wasabi's 500.
dumplings. If you bring the dumplings, I won't charge it.
Bring the dumplings, bro. Oh,
Well, that's like Repo the Savage, Adelaide artist. I met him the first day I went into Northern Sound System with Akeim, so we called Lambo, and did the track that I've got out on SoundCloud, called The Baby, and we kind of just bring it out as a fun track. We didn't really want to push it or anything like that. But I met
He's
him.
promoted the fuck out of it though.
Oh yeah, well I went in there and just
You got everyone hell hype about it.
yeah, I went in there and just started recording the chorus, and I was like, I just need someone on this. And Repo was in there with Young Jumpscar and a few others, and he's like, oh, I got this verse, just I'll put it down and let me know what you think. He put it down, I was like, done.
Yeah.
I won't charge or anything because I just loved it.
And that's an in the moment thing, eh? And that's the
So
thing with
in the
creativity
moment
sometimes.
things do happen, right?
Yeah.
So it's not
Like Lambo.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I'm not gonna have like an in the moment thing and then be like hella like angry about it or whatever.
Yeah.
Like okay, this is the thing. But if it just kind of happens and you give your verse,
Yeah.
sure. You
Like
give
you
your
happen to
verse,
be in
but-
the studio
Yeah.
with someone, you like them what they're doing, and you just got an idea, go throw it down, and it works.
Yeah.
Sure.
That's just happened. That's art sometimes, isn't it? Like you can't.
But if
you
you're
can't-
busy and they come up to you, say, I really want you on this song, then it's like, okay, yeah, I can make some time. I'll write to you because the writing is a process as well.
Exactly.
Right. So you gotta.
It's not just
writing.
you that studio session. It's
and
all
then,
this
and then
time
once you've
forward.
done your writing, you also got to see like how you're gonna rap it, and you got to like really master it. And if you want to give it to them and say, here you go, this is yours.
Yeah, you can't muck around. Yeah, you gotta make a shit tight.
Sure.
Yeah.
And it's good to see you guys putting out music that's like you're really working on and really make sure it's fucking tight. And you're ready for people to see it now, eh? Like you're at that point. Love it, boys.
For sure.
I reckon we can probably wrap this up.
Wrap it up.
It's been a good fucking solid hour and a half.
been
It goes
awesome.
quick, bro.
It does.
I reckon that wasabi just like I was tripping from it. No, actually,
Triple.
I didn't have much. I didn't have enough.
Yeah.
Didn't have enough, yeah.
I didn't have enough.
Next time we
next
get
time, bro.
wasabi and make sure you bring more cash. Eh?
Yeah, exactly. Bring more cash. Yeah. No,
Once
like,
again,
no worries, bro.
Once again, Spotify, DecodaS.
Yeah, give yourselves a big fat shout out.
Lambo, DecodaS featuring Akeim Takamura.
What do people need to know?
Follow me on Instagram, DecodaS _S.
You do any crazy? Are you gonna do any live streams? Just before, like, he's gonna do any like
I don't do
live stream
I haven't
stuff. Have you done that
recently,
stuff?
But we might start getting into it.
With all the Instagram stuff, I suppose.
I've been doing live streams on TikTok lately.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like
TikTok?
I've been hopping on TikTok and like, cause you need 1,000 followers, and I've made
live
it past the 1,000, and I was just like, why not? Because like the people on TikTok don't know I do music.
Yeah.
So it's like, let's show them I can do the music, because Instagram people already know. YouTube people, I don't even know if you can live stream on there, but like they already know.
You
Facebook
can.
people
can.
know. Yeah,
And people can give you money
yeah,
on YouTube.
yeah, and they give you money on TikTok as well.
Ah.
They like go in and give you these little dollars.
Yeah,
and
they
stuff.
give you like little presents.
Yeah,
and
little
stuff.
presents. And
That's
it's
crazy.
like that's awesome. Yeah.
It's good to be connected with that next generation as well because you know kids like music too, man.
Yep.
You know, and yeah, they might be 15 now, but guess what? They're going to turn 18 eventually, and they're going to want to be buying tickets to shows and want to be going and supporting their favourite artists as well. So
Yeah.
I definitely respect anyone's.
Yeah.
If they're trying to grind out on TikTok, I respect
And
it.
at the age of 15, that's when you really find your main like artists.
That's
You know,
true,
these are
that's
the
true.
people that you really go through. There's people that I used to
That
like.
you never forget.
Yeah, there's people that look up to other artists when they're at a young age, and these other artists might not even be super big. They only had like 1,000 fan base, and that's all they had. But they were one of the 1,000, and they're always going
That's
to
it.
remember that person.
100%.
So yeah, it's at that age of development on like who you really want to listen to.
Fucking oath.
Yeah.
Alright, boys.
Appreciate
that's
you
it.
having us.
Give yourselves another shout out. Man. You just go again. Go again. Let 'em know.
Spotify, Lambo, DecodaS featuring Akeim Takamura. Get that shit to 100k. We want to get there. I want to get there personally within the next 3 weeks.
Uh-huh.
So
And you can
Let's
get
do
all
it.
my socials. It's Akeim Takamura _. Wait, what the hell? Akeim _Takamura. Right. So that's on all my socials. It's
I'll put you like
exactly
Instagram links or whatever
Yeah.
in the YouTube
That's
video
easy.
bio and that sort of
That's
shit as well.
AKEIM _TAK.
You gotta spell that one. You gotta spell that one for us, bro.
Yeah, one more time. AKEIM
Yeah, that's right.
_TAKAM.
The name's so nice you spell it twice.
Also, Lambo on YouTube. Same thing.
Check that video out, right?
DecodaS featuring.
It's a cool video.
The video is out now.
Local, like Adelaide guys did that for you now.
Yeah, we
great,
did that.
love it.
Yeah, I actually edited the video myself.
You did.
Oh,
So like
sweet.
the editing and the putting the footage together, I did
But
that
shout out,
on my
Cool.
mobile phone.
shout out,
I love that.
Momentum.
Yeah,
Shout out,
on your
Momentum.
phone.
But yeah,
for,
Momentum came
Momentum.
and they were the people that filmed it, and then we had Marto, which was the actual filmer, and
Brilliant.
Momentum that organized it. But yeah, like I
Came
was,
out.
I was the one that like edited that. So like I don't know if anyone knows that, but exclusive, we just did it now.
There you go.
Start-
He's got a few tricks up his sleeve, yeah?
all that promoting starts tomorrow for that, so it's gonna be, you're gonna see it and get in it early. Now, that's all I say.
Fucking yeah, jump on it, everyone. Thank you guys so much for fucking
I
coming
appreciate
in.
you having
See,
us.
We can still do this because we're in SA.
Exactly.
We can still fucking shake it.
Yeah,
in,
damn
touch and
SA.
shit.
Yeah.
No, appreciate you guys.
Just put a blurred over it.
Yeah, dude, hey, like just pixelate it. But yeah, no, thank you so much for coming down.
Appreciate you having us.
It's wicked watching just young artists create shit, and it's always good to see people who are dedicated.
Also, go get on Yorke's other podcast with all these amazing artists from Adelaide. You need to go on and watch the rest of them.
a couple little things, eh? Little
Sure,
things in
sure.
there. But yeah, I'm just gonna try and get back on this grind and keep building it up and getting people like yourselves in.
100%.
Just get the Adelaide scene cranking again as well, and hopefully push it
We're
as far
here.
as we can.
We're hidden.
That's it. We're hidden, bro. We need it. You know, I don't think Adelaide's got much like this.
Yeah.
That's why sometimes, like, when I'm trying to organise stuff, it's hard. Like, you guys were great. You're like, let's do it. And you, what I love hearing is like what you were saying as well, which is like, dude, I'll move shit aside to do this stuff because it's music related. You know, it's like it's gonna help with the career, and even if it's in a small way, you know, like you got to do these things, and
100%.
it's just good. It's good to sit and chat with you guys. So really appreciate it, and good luck with fucking the
Appreciate
career
it.
and everything. And
You too.
just keep smashing it out.
Appreciate that.
Love gang.
Love gang, talk of Yorke. Awesome.
Love gang station.
Sweet.
Love gang season.
Did something stupid at the end.
That was fun.
Yeah, man.
Body fit, make it dip in a Lambo. Pulled up to the scene like Rambo. Designer clothes, deck dash, she can